Hi, Shelly here. It's getting close to Christmas and I'm feeling extra joyous. Today I'll be using some silver foil, stencils, glitter, and some faux snow to create a fun winter scene in my art journal. So let's get started. I haven't been to the craft art section of Walmart in a long time, or aisle, so I was checking it out last week just for fun, and I found these silver foil flakes. It says glue to projects, add to resin crafts. And it's just little flakes. I have gold leaf that I rarely use because it's one of those things you have and then you forget about sometimes. But I saw a gal a while back and I don't remember, again, I wish I'd write these things down but anyways, a gal had put it down first and then she painted over it and it just showed through in a few spots. So that's kind of the effect I'm going for, I think, today. I don't know if it's gonna work. I just wanna try and see. I've got some Mod Podge here and I'm just gonna go through and put some down below. I'm doing trees again this time of year. I think, I don't know why I'm so into trees this holiday season, but these are the things that are coming into my head. So I'm gonna see if I could just put a little bit of Mod Podge out and then I'm probably doing this wrong and I'm sorry but I'm just going to do there's like a big ball in here. But it was very inexpensive and maybe this is the way. That works. Yeah, you can peel it off. So there are some little bit bigger sheets in here once you get down past the first little bit, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it very light. Uh-oh, I did do that. I didn't mean to. Stick a few of them on here and there because I kind of want it hit and miss. Okay. My stragglers that flew away here. Maybe it's not going to work. Maybe I didn't put enough Mod Podge. We'll see. And then what happens when you put Mod Podge over the top? I do not want to stick my brush back in my Mod Podge, just in case. Got some red paint stuck on there. All right, and then I'm just going to go over and see what happens. Let's let that dry and we'll see what we've got. Okay, I went through my stash and I found this piece of tissue paper that I did a long time ago and just did some. It looks like I just took a brayer and some leftover paint and then just rolled it on here and there. And I love the colors of the green and the blue. So I want to jazz this up just a little bit more before I think about cutting it up. So my idea is to take some stencils. Got my dauber here, 1/2 inch sticking out of my clothespin of a makeup sponge. Just getting my dark green and going to go in and put a little bit of that out in a few spots. That's why I never like to throw away my gel prints or painted papers, because you never know when you might be able just to add a little something to them and make them work down the road. Plus, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know I get a kick out of using what I already have whenever possible. With my navy, I'm not going to even do anything with my dauber. I'm just going to pounce it off a little bit to get some of the green off, and then I'll go right into the blue. All right, I think I'm going to stop there. I think that's a nice mix. I'm going to set this aside to dry for a little bit. I know I want to use some, I want my trees to be pine trees, but I'm not exactly sure whether I want to hand draw them or use stencils to be my guide. I want to think about while this and my journal page is drying and see what we're going to do next, or see how we're going to approach this. My foil Mod Podge mixture is dry and I think it looks great. Let's see if I can lift it up here, and it's very shiny still and very lovely texture. I've got a piece of bath sponge that I cut, you know, I buy the dollar store bath sponges and quarter them. But then I cut some even smaller pieces and cut the edges off so they're more of a rounded, you know, you need different tools for different things. And I'm just going to get out some white. Maybe I should have done the white first. I just want the silver to be peeking out like the glistening snow. I'm thinking if I put it all over first and then come in with a baby wipe, can I get for some of that silver to show through a little better? I don't want it too crazy, but I just want it to be like glistening snow kind of ish. Maybe we're going to be more like rocks on a hillside. I don't know. Uh-oh, now I can't get it back. So it really, the paint really adheres to the foil spots. So if you try using this foil, I would just suggest that you don't go in crazy with the paint. Go with a lighter hand than I did. It does not come off easily. All right, so we were able to get it back enough, I think, to continue with the page. I wanted the foil to be kind of in the background and kind of sparse, just poking out in places, and I feel like we got that effect. I'm glad I have the map as my original page. That gives some interest in the background. All right, I'm going to set this aside to completely dry. I've got it pretty wet going in with my baby wipe while we work on our trees. The neat thing about tissue paper is if I had a stencil or I had a guide, I could turn this over on the back, use a brush and some water and go around it and tear the paper easily and get a nice look. And that would be awesome. But for today's page, I think I'm just going to make some triangle trees. So I just want to put some, draw some on the back to give me an idea of some different sizes. One part of me is thinking, do I want one bigger tree here in the front as my kind of focal point? Or do I want everybody to have equal billing? Okay, I think I like that. The hard part is always getting it back this way. It'll be ish. All right, now we'll put our Mod Podge all over. Now we'll come in with our baby wipes and gently kiss our page all over just to make our coating all even and the same texture everywhere. Okay, again we dry. My page is not dry yet, but it's close. But I'm anxious to get going, and I'll have to let this dry. So I'm going to put out a little bit of my teal and my navy. And I'm just going to go around with a small brush and define my edges just a little bit. Actually, let's get rid of that. We don't need that edge. I like it. Okay, let's dry it. I put a little bit of watered down Mod Podge into this fine liner bottle. And I thought, I mean, it is the holidays. It's the only time I'm gonna do shiny, glittery things. So what if we add some oomph to this and put some glitter on? I don't have the one color that I think would be great. So I've got 3 different colors. I've got kind of like a little turquoisey color blue, then a regular blue, and then some silver. And I think that'll kind of tie in with our foil background, so I want to try that. I'm not sure what designs I want to make, so I'm just going to kind of mess around as I go. And hopefully this is going to work. I'm not going to get it all over. Uh-oh, I'm getting air bubbles. That's not good. All right, so we'll let this dry and then we'll see if we want to do anything else to it. Well, I'm loving how it looks so far, but I am wanting to add just a little bit more. I may be going too far with it, but I have this fake snow, a ton of this stuff that I've had for years. And I'm just wondering, what if I put just a little bit here and there? I don't want to take away from my, oops, I don't want to take away from my silver in the background. I love how that looks. I apologize for the dogs. I've got the zoomies right now. All right, it's the next morning and it's time to see what we've got. So I'm going to lift up my journal. Got a brush here and I'm just going to go and really, I love how it's looking so far, but just to make sure that my glitter and fake snow stays on, I am going to put a nice little coat of Mod Podge on here. I don't want to get any of that inside my Mod Podge holder jar. Well, that's my page. I love how it turned out. It was a blast to do. And I hope you'll try some of these techniques and see how they work for you. And I hope you join me in my next video. Bye for now.